Hey guys, Dan here from BeyondSims.com. Now this is a video preview for the Sims 3 Into the Future expansion pack. I went up to EA on the 1st of October to try out the expansion pack at the Community Day. Now this day I got to try the expansion pack, have a hands-on and also do a Skype Q&A with Sim Guru Lauren. I did record that, but it came out really blurry and with really bad sound quality, so I'll put a link in the description below where you can watch Rachybot's version of it, which is much better than my version, so you'll be able to find out everything there that we found out. So the purpose of this video is so that I can talk to you about Into the Future before it comes out, which as of recording this, it comes out this week worldwide. So Tuesday in the USA and Friday in the UK. So first of all, once you load Into the Future, the first thing you'll notice is the brand new loading screen, which has a futuristic edge to it, and I think it's one of the better loading screens that we've had for The Sims 3. So once you get into the game, you can pick any of the worlds that you've been playing in, or a new world. At the event I started a new world because, well, it's not my regular machine, so that's what we had to do. And upon your arrival in the world, what you want to do is move in your family, so either make your Sims that you're going to be playing with, or move in like usual. And what will happen is, the time portal thingy-majiggy appears on your lot, so your screen shakes about a lot, and it appears. And then when you walk over to it, a time traveller will come out of it. Now this mysterious fellow is a new character in the game, and he will tell you everything you need to know to get into the future. So from there, what will happen is, this kind of takes some elements from World Adventures, in the respect that it's quite a questy theme to it. It's not so much forced like it was with World Adventures. So it's, you choose if you want to do it or not, but it kind of gets you into it, so it really helps you explore everything that Into the Future has to offer. And so I quite like this, whereas I'm a bit mixed with how it was executed in World Adventures. Anyway, back to the time traveller. What will happen is, he will arrive on your lot, and then will give you a mission to do. So you have to go around and find some power cells to power up the time machine, and from there you can go into the portal and go into the future. You can also change which future you go to, so you can either have the normal future, which is the one that I played with. There's dystopian, which is where it's all disastrous and horrible and not very nice at all. And then there's also the utopia, which is where it's really nice. From the screenshots I've seen of that, it looks awesome. So once you travel into the future, you reach the new world which comes with Into the Future, called Oasis Landing. Now like I said, there are 3 variants of this world, and I played in the normal version, so I can only tell you about that, I'm afraid. But as the game's coming out, you'll be able to explore that very soon. Now this new world is awesome. It's really futuristic, and it's one of my favourites in The Sims 3. So when you travel to Oasis Landing, you're going to be blown away, is what I personally think. I'll have a link in the description where you can look at the screenshots I took of the world. I took quite a lot because I was blown away by it. So most of it's futuristic. There's a wasteland area where some of the quests will take you, and there is also an area where it's kind of stuck in the past, so to say. So it's quite old, and it's where people are refusing to accept the future. So when you get into the future, the time travel man will be there awaiting you to arrive, and he will give you another quest, and this time you get to go flying around the world on a jetpack and get introduced to Plumbots. Plumbots are a brand new creature life state in the game. If that's worded correctly there, probably not, so please don't bite my head off. So these Plumbots are new to The Sims 3, and they are extremely handy. You can use them to do anything you can't be bothered to do: babysit the kids, clean up the house, or just to cause problems. Broadcasting right now is exclusive Create a Sim gameplay of that. Once you start looking around Oasis Landing, you'll be blown away by the amount of detail that's been put in there. Not just the fact that it's a futuristic world, to the point in the game now, it feels like a completely new thing. The cars are now futuristic, you've got hover cars going around the place, you've got hoverboards as well, and jetpacks, so it really does feel like a brand new environment for your Sims to play, and it's completely different, and it hasn't been done in a Sims game before, and it's been really well executed. To begin with, I was thinking to myself, you know, how is this expansion pack going to be better than Island Paradise? Because Island Paradise was an awesome expansion pack, it would have been a perfect way to end The Sims 3. But I think Into the Future is up there with it. It is one of the good expansion packs because of the amount of detail and how fun it is. Now, another thing I was asked was whether there's much Create a Sim content. I'm happy to say that there is a lot of stuff, especially for men as well. Generally the theme seems to be with Sims games and expansions. Men do not seem to get as much content when it comes to Create a Sim. But I think there's quite a fair balance with Into the Future. Again, I've got pictures on my website, and there's a link down in the description below where you can check out all these previews that I keep talking about. There's a lot of stuff, and it's really good stuff. I don't think you would use it necessarily, the hair maybe, but you probably would not use the clothing around places like Sunset Valley. They're kind of restricted theme-wise to just Into the Future because you'd look like a complete dork. So unless you want your Sims to really stand out in their worlds, I would recommend that you use these only in the Into the Future world, just because I think they fit in better there. But there's a lot of detail being put into the costumes and the hairstyles, and I'm very pleased with the amount of stuff we've got. I did not look into how much children and toddlers get, so I can't answer that. I really focused on young adult and adult Sims because that was quite popular when it came to our Into the Future, our Island Paradise preview back in May. So I really focused on areas that people found interesting, and this was one of those areas. So now it's time for the fun bit, my final thoughts on the expansion pack. I really love this expansion pack. You know, it looked interesting to begin with, and from playing it, I think I'm only more excited to get my hands on it this week. It is a great expansion pack. Unfortunately, I did not get to cover everything I wanted to because the event was only a few hours long. So I'll definitely be bringing more content in terms of footage and information once the expansion pack comes out and I can investigate into these areas. But overall, it is it's an awesome expansion pack. If you love The Sims, you're going to love this expansion pack. Whether you're into realistic things, whether you just want your game to be 100% realistic, which, sorry, I don't think that's not what The Sims is about in my personal opinion. The Sims is supposed to be a bit wacky, and this is one of those wacky fun things that work really well in The Sims games. Into the Future is a solid expansion pack. It works really well, and it brings some awesome new features to the table that have never been seen before in any Sims game. And you know, even if you don't get the game, you will benefit from some cool stuff in the Sims 3 base game, such as the new interactive loading screens. They're quite fun, and they can be turned off as well. So if you don't want to be clicking and playing little games while the Sims 3 is loading, then you don't have to. But that is one of the cool things that they have brought into the base game from Into the Future that I really enjoyed looking at. So I did load the game up once or twice to have a little look at these. So some of the cool things about Into the Future is the new world is absolutely breathtaking. It's one of my favourites. Plumbots are awesome, and you can customise them in many ways, as you saw in the video earlier on in this preview. And I also am very pleased with how they executed the gameplay. They encourage you to follow their questy gameplay, a little like opportunities, but it's not focused around that. You know, it does help you out a lot, but you don't have to do that, and you can divert from that and stay in the world for as long as you want. So if you're ready to be surrounded by, you know, things from the future, get ready, because Into the Future is coming out this week, which is the 22nd of October in the US and the 25th of October in the UK, and I think you're all going to love it. I'm giving this expansion pack a 9 out of 10 rating because of how awesome it is and the amount of fun I've had with it during my hands-on time. So that's it for this look at Into the Future before it comes out. I hope you enjoyed this preview. Be sure to check out the links below to see pictures and some other exclusive content before the game arrives in stores. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like this video if you found it useful and subscribe if you want to see more content from this channel, and I'll see you very soon.